Hello, you lovely people. Hello. I hope you had a nice weekend. Hello. I see a lot of early birds today. Good to see y'all. Birdman, I can say the same about you. My burbs. Hello. It is time to start the stream, chat. It is time for our dose of positivity today. A little bit of just wholesomeness to brighten up our day. That is what we are here to provide. Boom, baby. Okay, there we go. So because we have the official information about the upcoming banners, which will be released at worst around 24 hours from now, 25 hours from now. One of today's stream topic will be talking about those banners specifically, and whether I can provide information for you to pull on them or not. But before we get into that, wow, that is a bonus screenage. You saw nothing, chat. You saw nothing. Before we get into that, I'm gonna do a little bit of daily resin spending, and also to be in line with our wholesome experience. Chat, share with everyone one thing that has brightened your weekend up. in the past weekend. Small thing, big thing, doesn't matter. Say one thing. What is it for me? For me, let's see. I was able to convince one of my friend in my friend group to get Expedition 33. It was such a good game. It was such a good experience, both story-wise and gameplay-wise, that I want all the people I know to experience it as well. And a bonus thing, I think this thing I have mentioned in my last stream of last week as well, and I was able to hang out with my aunt and uncles and cousins over the weekend, on Saturday specifically, since it is the Labor Day holiday, and my aunt and uncle and cousins decided to visit my city for the holiday. We hang out for nearly half a day, eating lunch together and then go to some shopping mall, doing some window shopping. It's nice. You started Arcane and solo leveling. Nice. Arcane? You only started Arcane now? You've been missing out, Astro. It was such a good show. It is something that I aggressively recommend to the people I know as well. Arcane is one of those. I think words, often for me, words fail to explain how good of a show Arcane is. It brings the world building of League of Legends to a whole new level. To a point where it feels extremely immersive from the very first episode of the season to be in that world, and they make us care for the characters. The storytelling, the pacing of that is well done, as well with beautiful animations. Be ready to be crying, be ready to be touching all the pillars of emotion when you're watching that. It's such a good show. I think season 1 is slightly better than season 2. But season 2 is still a great show to watch. Brockwell Nick 77. Hello, thanks for following. Life has been good. We are currently in a bit of a positivity or wholesomeness sharing session of the things that we have enjoyed over the weekend. Just to get a dose of warmth and fuzziness. It's the little things that matter. Hello, Draco, and welcome back to the stream. Your friend really wanted you to watch it. You only got through episode 3 before she had to go home. Episode 3, yeah. So you generally episode 3 is where people get really hooked into the show. Not that it's doing a poor job from episode 1, but episode 3 is just that. Good is not the word, but I'm gonna use just the word good here. to not spoil it too much for the people who wants to experience it. Shares a video of you crashing out after finishing episode 3. Understandable.
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
Teamwork is strength.
Be free. Tell me what you see.
Let's light out. Going in.
Target acquired.
Very cool. Since NAVIA and also on phase 2 of the banners on next patch, there will be Kinech as well. So if you want to see some of that gameplay, I do have those characters on screen. And we definitely can talk more about them later on in the stream. The timer on screen is supposed to be the time for me to farm the artifacts and be done with the resin spending, then we can talk about the banners. You started trying to get your Kazuha Echo. You hate it so much. I actually don't own a Kazuha, so I don't know how a Kazuha Echo challenge goes. But I know generally for an Echo challenge, they make it so specialized for the character that somehow we kind of have to change builds for the characters and lean into their mechanics specifically if we want an Echo. My Bennett does not have enough ER, which is a shame. Thinking. Maybe we should do this.
Not too far now. Go! You're free now!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Locked up. Shadow of the past. Mind to command.
Your soul.
Something's wrong. Not too far now. Tell me what you see.
Everybody stand back. Forever.
Target acquired.
Kazuha's Echo was one of the hardest to get? Really? What does the challenge involve? My assumption is something related to grouping enemies, something related to maybe jumping high. Oh shit. Oh shit. Gaming space? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. But my existing pieces are kind of good as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 substats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 substats. Let's see. How does this do? How will this do? So, hold on. Now, one of the problem with my Marichosa Hunter set for gaming is that it can easily overcap on crit rate as well. So crit rate is not always just amazing here. We'll see. Let's salvage stuff so I don't have to click many times. Requires to swap plunge one element into an object. to weaken the bounty, but the element is 1/3 the enemies. That's annoying. Alright, you ready for this? Let's go. Ramming pits right here. Oh, that is gonna be the bane of my life. Oh! Oh! You hate to see it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Is it still copable? Four, 5, 6. Damn. So it's gonna be exactly equal to my previous artifacts. Oh well. Oh well. Double checking. Yep, this has 6 good substats as we counted before. This has 6 good substats as we counted before. Now this, at best, it can have 6 good substats and that's it. Alright, moving on.
Farewell. Go. You're free now.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is.
I got him cornered.
It's okay. It's a part of the farming experience.
Bow before your king.
That hurts. I know. It hurts.
Sacrifice. Everybody stand back. Forever
Generally, Kinich team seems to take around 2 rotations to clear this domain. Let's actually try a different variation of this. My traveler level does not matter a lot. So glad no. Let's try a variation with Farina. The Farina does kind of require you know what? Try this version.
as per our contract.
ESCOFFIER for Neverland is not that good, right? We can talk about it more in detail. But generally, if your Neverland is C0, ESCOFFIER can have a place. If your Neverland is already C1 or above, then ESCOFFIER is extremely cool. Extremely cool.
Access denied. This is long overdue. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Ah!
Hello?
Locked up. Shadow the past. Mine to command.
Born of icy frost. For Rex Lapis.
Generally, in this slot that I currently have Ganyu, you can just put any cryo-ish character, and that will work too. The cryo character will provide some melts of their own because of the burning aura. And technically, you can use ESCOFFIER here,
Let's light
just for her personal damage. And ESCOFFIER here not gonna buff anyone else other than herself. But it's fine. It's okay. Question for later discussion is ESCOFFIER's signature the new best in slot for Sharres? Yes. Yes. It's gonna be new best in slot for Sharres in terms of buffing. It's gonna be new best in slot for Ian San if her energy recharge requirement is manageable. Technically, best in slot for Yao Yao if you don't care about Yao Yao's burst. You're gonna pull ESCOFFIER for melt. Let's go. I do want to caution people that it is slightly not optimal, but it will be funny.
Time to shine.
Did I click the wrong button? I think I clicked the wrong button.
Give up. Hey there. This one's got your name on it.
Oh, I know why. Yeah, I know why this happened.
Feeling lucky?
This happens because I have one single good
Don't waste my time.
Claymore in this account that I keep having to swap between 3 Claymore characters. There we go. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Having one single good Claymore to swap around is Primogem efficient, but also a pain in the butt to manage.
Shower you praise. Let the world come. Skyward. Strike cloud confirmed. You are my
Also, you got stolen weapon today by accident.
give up.
By accident?
Fellow warfare, I guess.
Accident as in... Accident. Or accident as in... Oh shit, I cannot control myself! Accident as you're trying to build pity. Ah, that kind of accident. I'm gonna try rolling that. 30 pity. 30 pity is okay. Anything you do use to learn quite often in your account. What are we doing again? Ah, right. Throw some new artifacts. Hold on. I need to see existing artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 could substat. Let's try to improve that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This has the potential of having more good substats, maybe. Nope. Well, it could still be. Oh wait, it could still be an ESCOFFIER artifact. So let's keep that around. This can be an ESCOFFIER artifact. This can be whichever. Okay. What's the new one? Yeah, I don't think it's worth keeping this one around. Nope, this one can be gone. Jizu, hello. Good to see you. Boom. Randomly go and collect 2 chests from somewhere. Holy lag! Is it lagging now? Hopefully it doesn't last long. At least you can finally throw the other defense sword out the window and don't have to balance 5 between her and Benny. Ideally, Benny should not use Favonius, but okay, that can be a good thing. To have more sword lying around. Rude! Where's this thing going? Wait, what? Where's it going? Bro. Alright, time for a new Saurian to have fresh stamina. No? Fresh stamina, please. Thank you. Finally! Thank you. You have not gotten Aquila yet. Unless you can find an unholy amount of energy recharge on Bennett, I generally don't recommend people using Aquila. Like, it's obviously the best possible weapon for Bennett, but generally we have to farm a lot of good energy recharge substat on our artifacts to compensate for the lack of energy recharge on that weapon. How do I get there? That looks like a swimming Saurian kind of deal. And where is the swimming Saurian? So for Bennett, I recommend Skyward Blade, or a downgrade option of that will be the Sumiro Craftable Sword, which is... I cannot recall the name right off the top of my head. You can probably look at it. Sapwood Blade, that's the name. Sapwood, thank you, Daniel. I need a Saurian. I need a Saurian. Very cool. Maybe, I think there is a Saurian somewhere over there. Alright, Farina, help me here. Is Sapwood worth refining? No, it is not. The passive that Sapwood has is only for Dendro specific teams. And it gives 60 elemental mastery when there's Dendro happening. Generally, when we are using Bennett, we are not using Quicken or Aggravate or Spread or Bloom or Hyper Bloom or Burgeon. In a Kinech team, we do have Burning in the team, but then again, Kinech does not care about elemental mastery. So refinement on Sapwood Blade does not matter for Bennett. Alright, there it is. A whole new world. What a ride! Hooverstone standard is assigned. Nice. You use Benny. Well, you use Benny. You use in Navia team, so Sapwood doesn't activate for you. No, the Sapwood blade passive was never the selling point. Has never been the selling point for Bennett. The selling point for Sapwood blade is high base attack for a 4-star weapon and energy recharge. It is the discount Skyward blade. Which is this weapon. Decently high base attack and energy charge, 5-star. For Bennett, Sapwood blade is arguably one of the best 4-star weapons for Bennett. There is also Ali Flash or Ali something weapon, which is equivalent to Aquila Favonia, 4-star. 4-star Aquila Favonia for Bennett. It is a weapon that gives a higher base attack still, but no energy recharge. What am I doing? Oh, no. I'm supposed to claim the daily.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Alright, down this. Why Sapwood over Favonius? Bennett cares the most about base attack. That is how he buffs people. And a weapon that gives higher base attack will help Bennett providing more buff. Here. They gain an attack bonus that is based on Bennett's base attack, which is the white number only. And the white number is affected by which weapon he's holding and his level. If I hold a very trash weapon, the base attack is extremely low. This is holding for bonus 579.
Benny's.
This is holding a weapon that is. Do I actually have that weapon? No, I actually don't. Unfortunate. I don't have Sapwood blade here. I do have this though. 786. What is Sapwood blade again? Sapwood blade is 565, right? 565. This is 454. I can do some quick math. Wait, how does he have so much base attack? Okay, that makes sense. Two plus 565. The difference between using Sapwood blade and using Favonius for Bennett is the difference of 17.5 base attack difference. 17.5% difference. Sapwood blade provides 17.5 more base attack for Bennett. That means Bennett is providing 17.5 more buffing for the main DPS.
Or not.
Favonius particles are nice, but usually we're gonna give another person on the team Favonius so that Bennett can buff as much as possible. See your Bennett? Sure. What? Am I gonna see something like 270 ER? Or more? Let's see. There's no Bennett here. I'm gonna wait a bit and refresh later. Kitana. Hello. Srijan, welcome back to the stream as well. Gonna quickly condense this and then move on to my main account. I'll farm on my main account so then we can talk about the banners. Favonius level 90 is usable on so many characters. Don't worry about it. You'll find an use for it. It's never a waste to have a Favonius weapon leveled up. Let's see how many weekly boss we can get through. Before we get to the banner. Just think of your ESCOFFIER questions. And also IFA question, if you have them. Before that, we get into the discussion. There will be time for questions. Next thing, you were setting up teapot minigames when your phone died. XDD. Oh yeah, after we're done with the banner, I'm gonna go read through. We have a healer. Let's go with this. I'm gonna read through the minigame ideas that the ADHD community has put together. My job is done. Go, baby bits, go! Oh, wait. No blood dies. That's not good. Alright, apply hydro. Apply more hydro. Apply more hydro. It doesn't seem that Furina is applying enough hydro for Mahuika. Go, man, DPS, go! What's command for Ara? Exclamation mark, redeem, space Ara. You got Novelet? Clearly not a Novelet enjoyer. There we go. This storm is scary. It's crazy. The storm that is the new patch of Genshin? I was gonna use a sound effect, but that works too. Anyone not pulling for Navia? Nice. Alright, let's go. I see Chaska. I think Mahuika is fine for Chaska. I don't know if Mahuika buffs is team-wide or not. Okay. That works.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. One.
That works. This is a NAVIA team. Timmy say Ara. Please. There you go.
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
Let the world come alive!
Letting brave names echo!
That's the way.
Light up a blazing sun! Now that's more like it. Try and stop me!
Let the mountain flames boil! Time to shine!
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. The countdown.
Watch out!
Charge attack for days, baby.
Is it my turn now? Close enough.
Watch out!
Light up the blazing sun. My blade is all that
3 Archons. Who is the third Archon here? Navia's the Archon? Alright. Bad.
is only the beginning.
Timmy, you bully, don't bully your Alikino. Alright. Alright then. Alright then. To make it entirely fair. To make it fair, okay? I'm gonna bully Child as well. To make sure that I'm not biased against any Fachui
This opportunity
Harbinger.
is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Go, Silali.
Made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Pyroclastic surge!
Beat up Signora. Bad.
Light it up!
Teamwork is strength! Fulfill our path! See flawless
Light up the blazing sun!
Bad. Okay. I'll take that. Signora!
I have high hopes for this.
What's your prediction for 5.7 rerun? My prediction is that Scope will be released alongside with NAVIA,
Cowardice.
with a Mahuika and Silali rerun.
Go in! Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Into the frozen void.
Let's go! Ow! Yeah! Adventure time!
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no
Everybody
place for
stand back!
transgressors.
Adventure time! Let's light it up!
Rise with the sun.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Him is the real enemy for Pachui. It is I! The Archon Sims!
Let's light it up!
Light it up.
Everybody stand back! Bring it! Let the world collide!
Wrath from the sky.
Does she know?
Experience this suffering!
Does she know?
I know.
She doesn't know.
Redemption. Never.
With many. Alright, chat, it's time to talk about banners. We're just in time. Done with whooping all the Pachui Harbinger. Scaramouche technically is no longer for Harbinger, so he can take a break for now.
Add as
Time to log into your browser account to fix this shit. Let's go. Boom.
add as. Thank you for.
And boom. Alright. Banner time. Banner time. Do you have a ding 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 sound effect? I do not have a kind of bell sound effect, huh? Okay. This will do. Let's talk about the banners. Boom. 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 And I'm gonna log into my account that does have a lot of these characters. Banner talk time. Do you have the redeem showcase? What do you mean by redeem showcase?
Yep.
You're Bennett? Alright. Still here? Let's try to refresh the page. Bennett has 280 recharge. Nice.
Did not get lost some sort of talent?
With a healthy amount of level 8 burst. C4. Relatable banner. This is a nice amount of energy recharge. This is a very nice amount of energy recharge. This is unacceptable. This is relatable. That's a very nice goblet, yes. So this is a sign that you know I have played too much Expedition 33. You see that? That's a sign I have played too much Expedition 33. I use the tab button to go into character menu screen instead of C. Do you think Expedition 33 will win Game of the Year? Very likely. I'm gonna reserve that comment until I finish experiencing it this Friday. There is still, I think it's still the ending currently left that I have not done. But from what I've experienced so far, I think it's very worthy. The story is nice, the cutscenes are nice, the graphics are beautiful. Something I really enjoy about the cutscenes in Expedition 33 is they animate the eyes movement so well, and because of that they can incorporate show not tell in the cutscenes. Sometimes they just have the characters look back and forth, and even sometimes they're nervous, sometimes they angry. The eyes tells a lot of those. They don't have to write cringe dialogues like "I am angry at you" or "Oh, damn, what should I do now?" They just have the characters move their eyes, and it tells it. It tells the story. And also the dialogue writing in that game is extremely nice with nice VA acting. There are a lot of times where characters in an argument would talk over each other and it would feel real. It's not to say I think the story is heading in a good direction so far. I enjoy the twist in that game. The gameplay speaks to me. I cannot say that the gameplay speaks to everyone though. It's nice. Don't talk about Shan Yun right now. Deal damage only told but trash. Alright, see you there. So that is on the topic of Expedition 33. If you want to see the ending of that game with me, I am almost finished with Act 3 over the weekend. I've done quite a bit of grinding on my own. Yeah, we're gonna be facing the final boss sometime soon. The schedule I have for it is my Friday evening. So for America time zone, it's gonna be Friday morning. All right. Wrapping up the topic of Expedition 33, these are the upcoming banners in Genshin Impact. They're coming out around 24 hours from now. So the 5 stars we already know. ESCOFFIER and NAVIA. They have been announced on the live stream. Aoife was also announced in the live stream to be on the first phase. Now we also know for certainty certainty that Layla and Auroron are also on the banner. The weapon banners obviously has ESCOFFIER's signature, NAVIA's signature, the whole cast of Fontaine limited gacha weapons and with set blending in. So, let's talk about the 5 stars first. I'm gonna reserve... actually, let's talk about ESCOFFIER right now. And then we can talk about the characters that are older. ESCOFFIER is a Cryo off-field DPS and healer and buffer all in one. She is Chiori and Emily if they also heal the whole team and buff the whole team. She is Silonan if Silonan deals good damage. She is that stacked. And I'm not just talking about her naked apron. Even though she is not stacked, a character that has so many things going on for her in terms of combat kit, damage, healing, buffing, she does have a very heavy limitation. She can only play with Cryo and Hydro characters. Technically she can play with other types of characters, but a lot of her values will be diminished. We can talk about more of her interesting teams afterward. Let me try to use some more chill music for now. Okay, good. Will Risley new best team be ESCOFFIER, Shenhe, Farina? Does Banner still need to be there? Remind me of that question. Alikino, Emily, ESCOFFIER. What the last 3 Fontanians on for? Wait, what do you mean? Last 3 Fontanians all for Emily. The last 3 Fontanian are ESCOFFIER, Emily, and Siegewin. Siegewin's a bow. Okay. The limitation with ESCOFFIER makes her only able to shine the brightest in a team with Hydro and Cryo. That means she can work with something like Farina, Novelet, Silale, ESCOFFIER. She can work in a team of Ayaka, ESCOFFIER, Shenhe, Farina. She can work in a team of Risley, Farina, ESCOFFIER, and either Shenhe or Yelan. You gonna see a theme. Farina is actually one of ESCOFFIER's best teammates because ESCOFFIER heals and likes to play with Hydro. Farina happens to be a Hydro character that wants a healer. The teams that ESCOFFIER are gonna be good in as of right now, it's gonna be Novelet C0 team. Why C0 specifically? Novelet does have a limitation in his kit, while ESCOFFIER likes to play exclusively with Hydro and Cryo. Novelet likes to play in a kind of rainbow team, because as we do more reactions on Novelet, he's gonna gain more Draconic stack, helping him deal more damage specifically. There is an inherent mismatch in what they want. Now at Novelet C0, because Novelet usually play with Farina, that means he has already lost one Draconic stack, and losing another Draconic stack by playing with ESCOFFIER and Sidlali, for example, going from 125 to 110, it's okay-ish. ESCOFFIER still provides a lot more to compensate for that. But if your Novelet is C1, that means he has 3 Draconic stack even when playing with Farina. Then going from 3 Draconic stack to 2 Draconic stack is a lot more detrimental to his own damage. And ESCOFFIER now is no longer a good option. Just to quickly demonstrate, going from 125 to 2 stack to 1 stack, he lose 13% damage. Going from 160 to 125, he lose 28% damage, which is a lot more. Power's gone. We're currently talking about the banners at the moment. Srijan. Oh, wrong button. That is for Novelet's team. Another team that ESCOFFIER will be good right now as the moment that she's gonna be released, which is tomorrow, is Ayaka's team. Ayaka, ESCOFFIER, Shenhe, Farina. Shenhe is a buffer that works very well with Ayaka, so that's why she's here. Yelan is also an option. With the release of ESCOFFIER, Ayaka is actually on Novelet's level with an asterisk. With an asterisk, Ayaka's damage will reach around 100,000 damage per second for the whole team. The team damage is around 100,000 damage per second, which is very good. It is around Novelet's level damage good. It is around Varesa's damage level good. But the huge asterisk here is that Ayaka will need to hit her full burst on the enemy for that numbers to happen. And to hit the full burst, she's gonna need grouping. Usually to hit the full burst, Ayaka needs grouping. Ayaka needs the enemies to be frozen. In the team of Ayaka, ESCOFFIER, Farina, Shenhe, there is no Kazuha. There is no grouping. It is quite likely that Ayaka's burst is just a miss. Just gonna miss. And then we're gonna cry. That's gonna happen. But it is still miles better than current Ayaka teams. So if you're an Ayaka enjoyer and you'd like to have her in the best possible team, as meta team as possible, ESCOFFIER is a nice pool to achieve that. Some other options for ESCOFFIER, which are mostly gonna be Cryo with the best team, Ganyu and Risley. But generally, Ganyu and Risley does gain quite a bit from melting. So ESCOFFIER locking them in just freeze team takes away the melting option from them. And for Risley is the most detrimental. Risley team does just about as much damage as his melt team. But at least he has options, and freeze is not an inferior option anymore. Risley is just a character that gains quite a bit from melting because his charge attack melting is good, and the melt team does have the most broken supports in the game, period, which are Bennett and Mahuika. And Zilali. Those are the most possible prominent team for ESCOFFIER as of right now. But if we can want to talk about a little bit more about future Impact, Skirk is a character that's gonna be released in 5.7, one patch from now. She's a cryo character, and ESCOFFIER is likely the best in slot option for Skirk. It is remain to be seen how good of the numbers of Skirks are. It is likely that they're gonna try to sell the bundle of ESCOFFIER Skirk similar to the bundle of Mahuika Silali once again, and the Skirk ESCOFFIER bundle will likely be on par with Mahuika. For the sake of the health of the game, I hope that they are not stronger and raising the power grip ceiling even higher. But having something that is on par with Mahuika is something I'm fine with in the game. Because ESCOFFIER is also a character that raises the floor for cryo characters in general, and having more characters that is on par with Mahuika will make the game more diverse. As of now, Mahuika does feel a little bit oppressive in terms of her presence in the meta teams. You feel like Genshin is pulling an HSR, all the new meta characters require the newest supports. It's just not the extreme that HSR has been doing it. Then, yes. At least right now, I don't think they are doing it in a very extreme way yet. If they are gonna release Skirk first and then ESCOFFIER second. So if they are releasing Skirk tomorrow and then ESCOFFIER in the next patch, it's more of a deliberate attempt to sell both. But they are releasing ESCOFFIER first and Skirk second. And the people who does not look into Lick will not entirely know about Skirk existence and how well she can work with ESCOFFIER. So it's a little bit of a softer bundle effort. I imagine there would be people who, if they know that Skirk can use ESCOFFIER as best in slot, they're gonna pull ESCOFFIER. But if they don't know that yet, they might skip ESCOFFIER. That's why it's... all of that is still speculation. We're gonna have to wait maybe 1 week from now to see exactly Skirk numbers. It's likely though. Other than Bennett, for now, Bennett is still holding the throne of the best possible support in the game. You forgot your Silali. How will Alfie be with Shenhe, Silali, and Aloy? She'll mess well with the Silali Shenhe in team. Will Aloy benefit from Effie more than Silali? What do you mean by Aloy benefit from Effie more than Silali or Shenhe? Aloy benefits from Effie exactly equal to how Silali and Shenhe benefits from Effie. Generally, if you're gonna use ESCOFFIER, you want to use Furina. Furina is a character that has a combat kit that fits with ESCOFFIER like a glove. Frina provides damage bonus and requires healing. ESCOFFIER provides healing and a different type of buff, which is debuffing the enemies. ESCOFFIER's signature, technically we can talk about that later, also provides an attack buff for the whole team. Any questions so far about ESCOFFIER before we talk about her more unconventional team? HSR recent meta is just new 5-star, new 5-star, new 5-star, new 5-star. Yes. I'm gonna say that Genshin, it is remain to be seen because Mahuika just raised the ceiling so high. It is remain to be seen how new DPS do. But Genshin may get to a point where it's slightly more beneficial to pull for new and shiny characters rather than pulling Constellation of older characters. I will reassess that statement after Skirk is released. Ray Farina not have her. Farina didn't come home. Your Daya can't. Nice. A based Daya enjoyer. Alright, hold on. There we go. The thing with Genshin is that all the characters still hold up fairly well. Fairly is the word, yes. Everything up until the big jump that Mahuika provides, everything is still doing well. But the big jump that Mahuika provides in Genshin does open a can of worms. I hope Mahuika is an one-off incident in terms of power level and not a trend that's gonna come. Oh, Deb, you're back. Okay, I see no question regarding the existing information on ESCOFFIER so far, so let's talk about ESCOFFIER more unconventional teams. We can call you an either sandwich. I think they're pulling another Chiori in terms of similar personality for ESCOFFIER, and that is actually my weak spot, chat. Chiori can tell me all about my poor fashion choice, and ESCOFFIER can tell me all about my terrible cooking skill. And I'm here for it. On Kickstarter, if you get a newer character, you want them to perform okay. You are required to get all new characters, especially because they already released one new 4-star. Alright. ESCOFFIER unconventional teams. These are some of them. What are they? We're gonna have to play pretend a little bit. Okay. Actually, I have a good option. We don't have to play pretend. I do have a good account to represent this. Okay, this is one of ESCOFFIER's non-conventional teams, but you're likely gonna see it quite a bit. This is our representation of ESCOFFIER. ESCOFFIER is a medium female character, right? I think she is. This is gonna be our representation of ESCOFFIER. She's a cryo healer, technically. There you go, you can see her, that's Charlotte. Technically, Charlotte also uses a similar specialty material overworn as ESCOFFIER, so it's appropriate. Frina Yela.
I have high hopes for this journey.
Frina, Yelan, Escoffia. And one bozo. Who's that bozo gonna be? You like Yanfei? Cool.
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
You like Traveler? Cool.
There's still a long road ahead.
You like on-field Sayu? Cool. You like
Promise to keep you.
Candace? Cool. Technically, this is a conventional team now because it's all Cryo and Hydro. You like just buffing all the characters more? Cool.
Get this over with.
Alright, let's not talk about the curse option here. What else? What else? You like a Jake? Cool.
Something's come up.
You like Setos? Also cool. You like Beidou? Sure, why not? You like Ning Guang? Alright, there she is. You like a charge attack Frozen? Sure.
I'll hang out with you youngsters.
What else? You like Kirara on field? Sure.
Count me in.
Yelan, Furina, and Escoffia gonna be the new wheelchair for every main DPS in the game ever. The best part, Yelan, Furina, and Escoffia, none of them requires field time. So you can slot in any characters that you want to see more on field, and that team will do good damage because Yelan deals good damage, Furina deals good damage, Escoffia deals good damage, Escoffia debuffs enemies for Hydro and Cryo. Furina buffs everyone in the team. Yelan does good damage. Furina also does good damage. At the baseline, this team is around 60k to 70k damage per second. Add a character. Have fun. Sure. There we go. Alright. That is a nice team that can happen in the game. Yes. Escoffia meld with Alekino and Bennett? Absolutely. Escoffia would provide 0 buff for Alekino, but Escoffia provides her personal damage. And technically, you can switch Escoffia to a Tenacity of Maleficent. That works too. Let's talk about some of the other Escoffia unconventional teams. Technically, Escoffia does apply cryo at the same rate or same frequency as Sitlali, once every 2 seconds, but only in singles for single target. Let me remind you how single target Escoffia is. By looking at Escoffia, miscellany? That's the word, right? Collected miscellany. Where is her skill? Come on, show me us her skill.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Please show us more of her skill. Wow, they're doing a pretty poor job of showing her skill. Okay, let's look at the... 5.6, not 4.6, 5.6 Genshin special program. There, found it. This is the AoE situation for ESCOFFIER, or lack thereof. Damn. Does this help? If the enemies are more spread out, ESCOFFIER's skill will only hit one character or one enemy, and applying cryo to those limited enemies. That means you could use ESCOFFIER as a cryo applicator instead of Sidlali. It will be worse in AoE situation. And ESCOFFIER does not hold the scrolls in the city artifact set like Sidlali. But it is an option. You could use, if you're into modding, if you are into modding, use ESCOFFIER right here.
Leave it to me.
For gaming mount, for a Alekino mount, for a Mahuika mount. I do not have shout out here. That's fine. Seal Rosaria. So that is ESCOFFIER for the main DPS to mount. You can also use ESCOFFIER as the character who mounts by using ESCOFFIER here. I'm looking for Rosaria. Where's Rosaria? Damn, where's Rosaria? Okay. I'm blind.
You've got a job for me.
This is a team where ESCOFFIER will actually melt her damage instead of other characters melting from her application. This team will build Elemental Mastery on ESCOFFIER, which is cope. Kind of cope, but we can do that.
Just sharpen my spear.
Another team you could do for ESCOFFIER is to simply use Chongyun
Witness my magnificence.
and make ESCOFFIER an on-field DPS because she can now do normal attack cryo damage. It's okay. Any other unconventional teams are missing? Generally, I appreciate ESCOFFIER being a character in the game. She is strong, but she does not make any current team broken and raise the floor for many existing characters. And she has many potential uses outside of just her conventional use case. I like a character like that to be released in the game. It doesn't break the balance, it helps the balance. Though, as Skug is released next patch, it is likely that ESCOFFIER will be the best in slot, and then balance is gonna be a bit whack again. It's okay. Alright, any more questions regarding ESCOFFIER in particular? We're gonna talk about her weapon in a bit. We're gonna wait for about 2 minutes. This guy just looking flowers. Nice.
Lightning, echoing song.
Scarlet! Make way for the submit! Don't waste my time.
Watch out!
Leave me alone.
Let's do this. Watch out!
Where are they coming from?
Hey there!
You gotta get up too early tomorrow, so you gotta go. Alright. Have a restful night. Alright. Is Aloy and Effie a weird choice? No. It's fine. Aloy is not gonna be that good, but as we have established, ESCOFFIER, Yelan Furina will carry anyone. ESCOFFIER Furina will likely also carry anyone. Aloy is a Cryo character that can benefit from ESCOFFIER. Any Cryo character can benefit from ESCOFFIER. You can also technically count the now slightly out of date Hydro characters to be benefit from ESCOFFIER as well. So, Tataglia, Ayato. Okay. I see no more question regarding ESCOFFIER. Let's move on to the next 5-star. She's on the screen right now. NAVIA. NAVIA is currently as a main DPS, and how strong she is. NAVIA is comfortably in the spot where a lot of main DPS in the game nowadays is, which is slightly below Novelet. And around somewhere between like 2/3 as strong as Mahuika. There's no shame in that. Most of the main DPS in games nowadays is around 2/3 to half of Mahuika team damage. She is a character that is still strong enough. Like, if you like those main DPS, you can invest in them and they will provide the result. But she is definitely not one of the top tier DPS nowadays anymore. Natlan characters have raised the bar quite a bit. Now, as this is probably a good point to repeat this. All of the advices I am giving are extra information that can help you on your polling decision. If you have already decided on who you want, maybe because of based on their personality, their appearance, their significance in the story, and you want to pull them, then you can ignore everything I have to say and everything anyone ever tell you. But if you are uncertain and their combat abilities may sway you one way or another, then these are the information I can provide you to help your decision. Is NAVIA good on Hoop Gravestone? She's She's good on Hook Red Zone. Hook Red Zone is a possible option for her to use if there's not a lot of attack buffing in the team. So maybe in the team like Furina, Yelan, and Silonen. Generally, a grid start stick will be better on her. She's still good. Navia's baddie. Yeah. She does have quite some team options. Navia, Silonen. Here, I can give you some team option. This is a possible team option for her. Furina, Xianyun, ideally Silonen. Furina Bennett, ideally Silonen, once again. Xiangling Bennett will be a little bit behind. Mahuika Bennett will be better. And one of the top tier. As alongside with Furina teams. You can use Furina.
I have high hopes for this journey.
Yelan. This is not Yelan. Pretend this is Yelan. Furina and Mahuika.
Bring my seasonings.
Those are some of the good supports in the game and will help Navia do well.
One is fast on one's feet.
There we go. As long as I have.
She's still good for newbie because ESCOFFIER has so restricted teams. Yeah, if you have to choose between Navia and ESCOFFIER and your account is relatively new, Navia is likely a better bet, a safer bet. But you also have the option of not wishing at all. That is also an option. For a newer account, Navia will be a nice option to have if you don't have any main DPS yet. But here's I can foresee. Like right now, if you get Navia, you're still gonna get good value out of her. Absolutely. But I can likely see that Navia by her next rerun will have a hard time competing with newer DPS anymore. Which will still likely around like 6 months away from now. So if you're a new player and you want a main DPS right now, Navia is an option. You'll be pulling for Navia because you recently got Wolf Crystal. Nice. The biggest disappointment was seeing Kazuha at Chronicle Banner. You don't like to see him there? You don't want a Kazuha rerun? Still, power creep is not that much in Genshin. It is remain to be seen. That statement is remain to be seen. As mentioned before, I don't want to jump on it too much. Mahuika raised the ceiling. Let's see when Skirk is released, whether the ceiling being raised is a trend or is a one-off occasion. As of right now, Navia is still good. Alright, let's talk about the 4 stars. Unless you have more questions about Navia, if you have, still put it in chat and I can answer them. Layla is a decent character. She provides a shield. And that is all she provides. A strong shield and can be comfortable for teams. We would likely still see Layla for the people who wants to play Novelet ESCOFFIER Farina Layla, because Novelet C0 likes to have a shield, and maybe you don't have Novelet Farina ESCOFFIER Silali yet. Auroron is a good minus character. He does have a place in some Taser teams, and those teams can do well. He does have a place in the Novelet team. Novelet, Farina, Kazuha, Auroron is a pretty good team. Because he brings the Scroll of Synchronicity artifact set. He's a slight downgrade to, say, a Silonan, but he's comfortable to use. Auroron can also be used in teams with natlan characters.
Friends with me.
Some what more unconventional teams that people may not think of at first glance, but this is a possible team for Auroron with Kinich. Auroron will not mess with the burning aura because Shangli applies a lot of pyro. I was testing with the pyro traveler before, and it seems like it's just barely enough. Mahuika will definitely provide enough. Shangli will definitely be enough. And Auroron can react with both Electro, Dendro, and Pyro in order to provide a scroll buff. Auroron can also work in a team with Mahuika. Let's say this is Mahuika.
Just what will we come across this time?
Chevres.
All right, team, let's move it out.
And because there's nice soul damage being dealt, Auroron will be able to work in this team and also support Mahuika with her special burst energy. Let's return my Kinich team.
Much.
Glad to be working with you.
Navia counts better or 6 refinements. Refinement on signature is never good. Unless you are a whale that will get refinement 5 on signature of every character ever. Signature refinement is never the play.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
I'm gonna need to look at specific number on Navia constellation. Let me double check. C1 of Navia is quite insignificant. And C2 of Navia is nice. C1 is quite insignificant. The energy is nice, but the decrease in cooldown in her burst, right? Yeah, in her burst is not useful because usually she is played in a team with 20-second rotation anyway. Crit rate increase up to 36% to her skill is significant and it's nice. Her skill level increase is nice. So her C2 and C3 are nice. Not huge. Nice. DPS Rosario with ESCOFFIER, definitely. Is 3k plus defense enough for Celonan? Cons is always better than sick weapon. Depends. Depends. Many characters C1 is not as good as their signature. Kinech is one of them. Alekino is kind of one of them. But usually constellations provide some kind of quality of life. C1. And C2 is usually a big damage boost for many limited 5-star characters. It depends on how much you can invest. If you can only invest one additional 5-star and have to choose between signature and C1, it may be a toss-up. Some characters like C1, some characters like signature more. C2 is usually, if you can go all the way to C2, then usually C2 is good. Also, on the question of is 3k plus depth enough for Celonan? My question for you is, do you have Celonan's signature weapon? Anime War.
Running away?
Because if you do not have Celonan's signature weapon, it doesn't matter. Only when Celonan has his signature, her defense only increase her healing. All of her buffing is on skill level and does not depend on her defense at all. You're using natlan craftable? I would recommend not using natlan craftable actually. I'd recommend using Favonius if you have a Favonius to spare. Once again, because increasing defense on Celonan only increase her healing. And oftentimes her healing is plenty already. So using something like Favonius to give the team more particles may be better. Often is better, actually. Crit hits have a 60% chance to generate, well, depends on your refinement, to generate small amount of elemental particles, which will generate 6 energy for characters. And the particles will help the entire team. You see, let me see, Bennett's not gonna have his burst right now. Bennett almost has his burst. That's what Favonius does for the team. And not just for one character, for everyone in the team.
I got him cornered.
Yeah. Like generally for support characters, they are not even using Favonius for themselves, but generally they use Favonius for their teammates. That's what generally happens. We're gonna touch on Favonius quite a bit more when we talk about the weapon banner. Have I gone over everything? Oh, Aoife. Aoife is Sucrose number 5. He's gonna be mainly played as a on-field character. I think I have to double check, but I think the way that he generates anemo particles for himself is by being on field longer and not just immediately by using his skill. He has to use his skill and then shoot with his gun around a few times to get the anemo particles. He is geared toward his Mizuki, basically. He does a little bit of healing and he swirls quite a bit. He can be played in an electro charge play style. If Aoife is C6, he can kind of compete with Wanderer in the on-field DPS role. Sucrose of Night Soul, yes. Technically, there is an use for Aoife outside of his on-field playstyle, which is a Nemo Scroll Holder. So he can potentially buff Wanderer and Xiao by holding scroll. None other natlan character has been able to use scroll to buff Wanderer and Xiao before. It is a slightly co-op option because usually in a Xiao team we already have Frozen, Shan Yun and Furina, and not really any of them is replaceable. In a Wanderer team we have Frozen, Bennett, and +1. Usually Wanderer prefers to have a shield. It's similar to a Novelette situation. He can play without a shield. Novelette C0, he can play without a shield, but it's cope. So you can put Eva in the last slot for Wanderer. Just know that it will be uncomfortable to play. He can heal, yes. Eva can heal. He's Mizuki, basically. In Natlan so far they have released 3 new Sucroses. Lanyan, Mizuki, Eva. If you really want to stretch and rage bait people, you can also call Chaska an on-field Sucrose. So 4 Sucroses in Natlan. Is Gordon Ramsay out tomorrow? And with that, let me give a rating and reminder to people the kind of rating I do. Characters go from bad to decent to good. Bad, well, good is better than decent, and decent is better than bad. And rarely I will give a character an awesome rating if they are outstandingly amazing, outstandingly good. ESCOFFIER is a good character, but she is a niche character inherently because she is usually just buffing cryo character mostly. All of her playstyle, other playstyles or unconventional playstyle are cool, but they are not optimal. So do have in mind a cryo main DPS or a hydro main DPS that you would like to buff with ESCOFFIER before pulling for her, which could also be Skirk. But wait, just like if you're gonna pull ESCOFFIER for Skirk, wait like 1 or 2 weeks to know surely, not entirely surely, but look from leak what Skirk's kit gonna be and whether she's gonna be really dependent on ESCOFFIER or not. And then ESCOFFIER is still gonna be on banner. Good character. Navia is a good minus character in today's standard. Layla decent. Eva good minus. Wait, no, sorry, I keep messing their name up. Auroron is good minus. Eva is decent. So overall, ESCOFFIER banner, it's a good minus. Hold on. Good, decent, good minus, decent. Yeah, this ESCOFFIER banner will be good minus. Good minus, decent, good minus, decent. This banner will be decent. There's absolutely zero synergy between these characters. Navia doesn't really like to play with Layla, doesn't really like to play with Auroron, doesn't really like to play with Eva. At least on this banner, you can make a case for Layla able to play with ESCOFFIER. Jessica cannot be compared to Sucrose. I did put an asterisk before it. No. It's a meme. Weapons! Symphonies of Sands and Verdict. Symphonies of Sands, which is ESCOFFIER's signature weapon. It's obviously the best slot for her. They are not designing any more Zhongli signature nowadays. Usually signature is the best slot for the character they are coming up with. Symphony of Sands, which is this fork right here. Trident, fork, whatever you like to call it. Let's look at the stats real quick, because maybe people might not know. Symphonies of Sands. Or your lap, maybe? I want to see a picture of it. Okay, let's look at this. Hakushin. This is good. Oh, found it. Okay. This is such a poor picture. I'm trying to find a better picture. Okay, this is a good picture. It has good scaling. This weapon provides high base attack, good amount of crit damage, gives herself attack, gives herself even more attack when she's off field, and after initiate healing, the equipping character and the characters they have healed will obtain the Sweet Echoes effect, increasing their attack by 32% for 3 seconds. This effect can be triggered even if the equipping character is off field. So this weapon can be used on a healer to provide the team with more attack buff. Who are the polearm healer that can provide and that likes to provide their teammates with attack buff? They are Ian-san, Charis, Mika, Yao Yao. C6 only. C6 only heals. So generally, because this weapon does not have energy recharge, it's gonna be better on characters that do not need to burst. Charis is the best contender. Yao Yao is okay if you don't need to burst on Yao Yao. Ian-san is okay if you're in a double electro team and you don't need a lot of energy recharge for Ian-san. Mika is cope because Mika needs a lot of energy to get to his 70 cost burst. So this thing is a best in slot for ESCOFFIER, obviously, not just for damage, but also because it can buff the team. It's gonna be a good weapon on Charis and Ian-san, and Yao Yao can be a decent weapon for Mika if you really want to go that route and you try to find a lot of energy recharge for Mika. But also, Mika is not a meta character nowadays. I bet you don't even know Mika heals. This is also gonna be a good stat stick for the characters that scale on attack, for the attack scaling character, preferably from off field, because when the character is off field, it provides even more attack buff. So it can be used on characters like Emily, wow, that's it. Don't use that on Xiangling or Rosaria. They need so much energy recharge, and this thing does not have a single ounce of energy recharge on it. That's it. Emily. You could always use that as a stat stick for on-field character as well. It's just not as good as the other stat stick. You still don't have any Mika. XDD. Mega Enjoyer in Shamble. Verdict: the Claymore is best in slot for Navia. It is also a good generalist weapon. I'm bringing it up. weapons. Where is it? Come on, weapons, show up. High base attack. Crit rate. Gives more attack in passive. And if there are crystallize happening, gives bonus damage to elemental skill specifically. Generally, the elemental skill part is not applicable to a lot of characters outside of NAVIA. We're looking at Claymore character that use elemental skill and can get crystallize happening. That's Mahuika off field. Kinich does not have crystallize happening in his team. Ito does not rely on elemental skill. They off field, I guess. No one else. So generally this weapon will just be used for its high base attack, its crit rate, and its extra attack given in passive. That means it is generally useful on attack scaling DPS characters, either from on-field or off-field. It's a pretty good generalist weapon. Though once again, I will caution people that if you want a weapon to improve your one and only character you care about, pull for the signature weapon. Don't pull for a generalist weapon. Only pull for a generalist weapon if you already have at least 2 and maybe err on the side of 3 characters on your account that can use that weapon already. Generally, a generalist weapon will just be slightly better than a 4-star best in slot weapon for a character. It's like 5% to 7% or 8% better than a best 4-star for a character. Compared to a signature is often 20% to 30% best for a character, better than a 4-star for a character. I do have a generalist weapon, such a generalist weapon in my account. And I do adhere to my own rule. I have a Mahuika weapon. I do adhere to my own rule where I have 3 characters that can use that generalist weapon. Kinich, NAVIA, and Gami. On to the 4-star weapons. We have a lovely cast of Fontaine limited weapons right here. I'm pulling them up on my second screen here. There. And with it just blending into everyone. Sus. With it pretending to be a Fontaine limited weapon. So on this banner, let's talk about Whipsit first. It is a good minus weapon. Usually the best 4-star options for many characters, even if a character cannot use all its passive. It is a viable option for a character who can also only use one of the passive, like Novelat. It's a viable option. For characters that can use 2 of its passive, like Morlani can use both EM and damage bonus, or Varesa can both use attack and damage bonus, Whipset is usually the best 4-star option you can have on them, on a Catalyst DPS. And it does come back fairly often that we can reasonably expect to have high refinement of Whipset. So it is a good minus weapon to have on the banner. On to the Fontaine limited weapon series. The Claymore and the sword gives HP substat and EM passive. The polearm and the bow gives attack substat and damage bonus passive. So we're gonna see that the bow and the polearm gonna be geared more toward DPS characters in general because they give attack and damage bonus. But it is decent at low refinement and good minus at high refinement. But the problem with it is that we can need high refinement for these weapons to be feeling good to use. And if you don't know, these Fontaine specific weapons come back around once a year. Look, the last time it was born banner, May 14, 2024. What time is it now? May 6, 2025. Don't expect to get a high refinement of these weapons, Fontaine specific weapons. And then they are just gonna be COP R1, R2 options, even R3 option that it's slightly kind of okay, but not good enough to replace other options that you can get from somewhere else and rotting in your account. The sword and the claymore HP substat with EM bonus. In the passive, once again, it's so niche. Technically, the sword is okay, or well, at high refinement, it's gonna be good minus on Nilo because she can use both HP and enemy or elemental mastery. It also suffers from the same fate as the other weapons from the Fontaine series. They need high refinement. And if you're considering the HP substat to be used on HP scaling support, maybe a healer like Dory, Daya is not healer, but she scales from HP and she's support. A HP scaler sword user like Layla, like Kirara. Don't. Just use for bonus. Also, technically, the sword, I forgot, the sword can be used on Cookie Shinobu at high refinement as well. There, Nilo and Shinobu, but once again, need high refinement to work. So all in all, the fact that none of them are that useful without high refinement, and it's hard to get high refinement on them, I'm just gonna give all of these Fontaine weapons a decent rating. I would specifically give the Claymore a decent minus rating because not anyone really can use that Claymore. Support ones for Vonius. None of the existing character in the game can even use this Claymore as this HP EM Claymore as a damage option. Unlike this HP EM sword can be used on Nilo and Shinobu, Claymore should be decent minus. Bow decent, sword decent, polearm decent, Claymore decent minus. Catalyst, which is the imposter, but also the shining star among the other weapons. 4-star here is good minus. Overall on the banner, good minus ish with an kind of an asterisk. If you can avoid most of the 4-star weapons on here and just get the 5-star early, the 5-star of your desire early, it's a good minus banner. But if you have to go through the trenches of all these 4-stars, maybe you get a high refinement of them and then they become okay. I'm just gonna give them good minus rating to this banner. Simply because the 5-star are pretty good. And to summarize everything that we have talked about up until this point. Good, decent, ESCOFFIER good, Layla decent, Auroron good minus, Aoife decent, overall good minus banner. Navia good minus, Layla decent, Auroron good minus, Aoife decent. This is a decent banner. Fork good, Axe good, Fontaines, Bow decent, Sword decent, Poem decent, Claymore decent minus, Whipset, Catalyst good minus, overall good minus. If you have any questions on those banners, voice them now or forever hold your peace. Technically no, I still talk about the banners if people ask tomorrow and throughout the banner. But this is a good time to ask them.
Points for agility.
Favonius on Kinich is kind of an eyesore. Let me swap that out.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Points for agility.
I do have a point that I think would be interesting to bring up, which is for the newer players into the game. I think these banners are not that great for a newer character, for a newer player just coming into the game. Navia banner, if you want to pull on Navia, you are having 0 4-star characters that works well with Navia on the banner itself. Unlike a banner like say Varesa, which was peak, like Varesa, Ian San Chavez, someone else I can't remember. Gaming, I guess. Gaming was... Oh, right. I deleted Gaming from my memory because I got so many copies of him. Unwanted. This banner has no 4-star that works with Navia. This banner does have Layla that works with ESCOFFIER, and ESCOFFIER does have higher value than Navia, but for a newer account, they may not have the niche characters that work specifically with ESCOFFIER. Is Navia's signature good for anyone else other than her? It is a generalist 5-star weapon for attack scaling characters. It gives a little bit of crit rate, but not too much crit rate. You can use that on Mahuika, on Kinich, on Diluc, on Beidou, on Gaming. Yeah, attack scaling characters. Generalist weapon that is generally about 5% better than 4-star options. if you miss my conversation on generalist weapons before, pull, it is an option to pull, and it can be like a primogem efficient option to pull for, but only consider that if you have at least 2 or 3 characters that can use that weapon. If you only have 1 character, then just pull their signature. That is usually providing a 20 to 30% damage increase for that character specifically, their signature. That's usually the case.
That's how I allocate my energy on a job.
Wow, I'm falling.
7% goes to investigating, 10% to making a final decision, and the remainder for execution.
Got it. What am I supposed to do here? Oh.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
I was talking about something before that question. Can't remember. Oh, something for like newbie pulling. Honestly, I think this whole patch is, other than ESCOFFIER, which is a contender for pulling, I think all the other 5-star on banner is, from a meta standpoint, not as much relevant anymore.
10 points for agility.
Is this really necessary?
Inazuma Chronicle Wish. Let's bring that up. So we already know about. That's a very poor picture. Navia is okay. Kinech is okay. Raiden is, I'm gonna say, obsolete by this point. Come on, give me a Chronicle Wish. A good picture of the Chronicle Wish. We have taken a picture of that somewhere before. Inazuma. Found it. I have taken a picture of that before.
Hal loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mad.
Ayaka is actually now okay because of ESCOFFIER release, but then she also has a jank that comes from her burst not hitting enemies. Ayato is obsolete. Yoimiya obsolete. Chiori is kinda obsolete. Yamiko obsolete. Ito obsolete. Kokumi obsolete. Kazuha is okay. You want both the blondes? Hold on, is ESCOFFIER blonde actually? Oh, she's actually blonde. For some reason, I keep thinking she has white hair. Maybe because of her outfit has so much white in it. Then once again, this game is not just all about combat.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
The difference between floor 11 and floor 12 in Genshin is extremely vast. That means that we're gonna require a lot of investment in order to clear for 12, but that also means if you don't care about 200 Primogem from floor 12 at all, a lot of character in the game will serve you well. a lot. Because the gap between floor 11 and floor 12 is so big. Absolutely play the game how you want to.
10 points for agility.
It's probably time to do the math again on how much Primo are we missing out. 200 Primo Gem per month from floor 12, from an entire floor 12 of Abyss. 1 year, 2,400 Primo Gem. You know what? Let's do this. 12,000 divided by 200. 12,000 Primo Gem is the amount of Primo Gem for us to get to Soft Pity, which is 75 pulls. We need 60 months in order to
70% goes to investment.
get that much Primo Gem from floor 12, consistently clearing floor 12 of Spiral Abyss.
For execution.
That is 5 years. In the grand scale of things, floor 12 of Spiral Abyss does not worth that much. Do you think Navia will have one more rerun after this one, or she's going to be ready for Fontaine Chronicle Wish? Actually, you know what? We can take a look at potential Sumeru Chronicle Wish and Fontaine Chronicle Wish. Sumeru characters. Fontaine characters. Sumeru 5-star, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sumeru only has 5 stars. Wow. Oh well. Sumeru Chronicle is gonna have Wanderer, Sino, Tanari, Daya, Nilu. That's only 5. Let's add in how I hate them as well. 6. Alright, all of them are in Chronicle Wish. No, Hito is not because because Hoyoverse has an aversion to putting an Archon in Chronicle. Everyone's gonna be in Chronicle. Fontaine. Tanari standard, yes. Diluc and Chi-Chi and Mona was in their respective Chronicle banners. Daya is also a standard banner character. Fontaine! Who's gonna be in the Chronicle banner? Technically, Chiori is already in Inazuma. How many 5-star do we have actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, actually 10. Not counting Chiori. Okay. So we do have to pick and choose some of them. Okay. Risley. Siegewin. Not Novelet. Lini. Not Furina. Emily. Chlorine. Maybe not Alikino. That means Navia has to be in here to make 6. I think 6 is the minimum, right? Yeah. The other characters that are not in here are gonna be Ale, Furina, Novelet, ESCOFFIER. Yep. These are gonna be the Fontaine Chronicles banner. You heard Siegewin is a cracked DPS? At C6, yes. A C6, she is as good as Novelet. C1. If you're curious, this is my current tier list for the power now. Technically, I should put Ifa on the main DPS. He is kind of wanting to play and have a team to be built around him rather than supporting other people. I'll put Ifa here. Sure, why not? Alongside the Anemo boys. ESCOFFIER is here. Right now, she is below Celonan, but if Skirk is released and Skirk is indeed wanting to use ESCOFFIER as a best in slot, she's gonna be here or here. Right now she's here because Cryo is not that good yet. Other characters remain the same. Yep. Nevertheless, still 2 meta for Chronicle. Novelet is... He's good. He's good. He is here because of how comfortable it is to play him. And it is a valid metric. If we can look purely at numbers, he is behind Baressa and Chaska at her best possible stuff. Morlani is technically, you can argue at his best possible stuff, but her best possible of Morlani is not very achievable. Novelet is the fact that he has so much HP, he's not dying easily, he heals himself, he has a big AoE that is easy to get a lot of enemies in, he has a spin tech. All of that is contributing. Even though he is doing around 70% of Mahuika's damage, his team is doing 70% Mahuika damage, still a good DPS. Spoiler alert, every single character on here is doing around 70% of Mahuika damage. Also that, and I think Novelet Farina does have the kind of close to being Archon privilege to not be on the Chronicle banner. ESCOFFIER is new, Alekino, I don't know yet. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe by the time that Fontaine Chronicle banner comes out, it's already next year and Alekino is now obsolete. Maybe. Novelet still in the S and occasionally S plus tier in a best usage. Yeah, definitely.
Are you running away?
Definitely. he's technically the second best on my tier list as well. He's second best. You can definitely feel that the investment, it's going up slightly nowadays though. As in, a Novelet with a scuffed team, a C0 Novelet with a scuffed team can have been able to clear a base comfortably in the past, But now Neverlet and the Scuff team, Neverlet C0 and the Scuff team cannot clear base anymore. You kind of need some vertical investment into Neverlet team, whether that is Neverlet signature weapon, Neverlet C1, Farina Constellation, or the best possible support for Neverlet, so Kazuha and Celonan. The requirements has gone up quite a bit. This is my best result, by the way, in this Neverlet account, 33 star. It doesn't help that this abyss is slightly not that good for Neverlet.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
In terms of 36 star, this account is kind of break now, guys. This account is actually kind of break now. For 36 stars specifically. Holy fuck. And I do have the characters that can be counted as pretty decent to good in this account. Bo. Neverlet 33. 33. Nice reference. I'm gonna be honest. For the people that enjoys combat and likes to have a balanced game, I think this is the lowest Genshin has reached so far in terms of combat balance. This is the lowest Genshin has reached so far. It is a matter of you don't have the best possible character right now. Wink wink Mahuika. This is the result you're gonna get. At a similar amount of investment. So that account has Kinech, Neverlet, Farina, Navia. You can call C6 Gaming a count as a 5 star too, so 5 star. 33 star. With a similar amount of investment. This is another on my account that is not my main account. So absolutely using whatever Primogem we can scrap together. Mahuika, Celonan, Nahida, Farina, Yelan. Technically there is Morlani as well. So 6 characters, not that much different. 6 5 star. 36 star. The Mahuika effect. Actually, I'll be farming on this account now. So I think the balance of this game is at an all-time low at this point. I think they did a poor job trying to balance Mahuika. I understand that they want to make her strong as an incentive to pull her. I think they're making her too strong. The way to remedy this is it's hard. They're gonna need to keep making characters like ESCOFFIER who brings up many more obsolete characters. ESCOFFIER is a step in the right direction. Then Skirk will happen, and then that'll be a step in the wrong direction again. Is there a reason why Skirk is so popular? She appears somewhere in Fontaine's Conquest. She has lost significance. She can be said to be as hyped as a Fatui Harbinger.
Rise with us. Let the mountain's veins boil. Off we go. I'm going in.
Showering you with praise. Time to shine.
Light up the blazing sun.
It would be funny. Actually, you know what? It will be funny if they make Skirk a so-so character. It'll be funny. But it will make the game balance better. Actually, it would be even better if they make Skirk a character that brings up more older characters in the game to be better. It'll be funny, even more funny, and even better for the game if they make Skirk some kind of support that brings up more characters in the game to be closer to Maruika. But I don't think they will do that. $70 pulls in 5.6 as in the estimated amount of pulls.
Burn it.
That's nice.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Everybody stand back.
I would like energy. Please.
Let my name echo in song.
Pyroclastic.
Is she not on for bonus right now?
Incinerate.
She is not. That's the wrong weapon for both of them.
Light it up. Letting Cray's names echo.
She has a for bonus, right?
Teamwork is strength.
Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Light up the blazing sun. Incinerate.
Right, that's the problem. Okay. I've been swapping weapons around quite a bit. I'm so used to for bonus at this point. If there is any lack of energy, I'll notice it.
Burn it. Let the mountain's veins boil.
Now it feels comfortable to play.
Showering you with praise. Let my name echo.
Wrath from the skies.
Your Silurian ER is 187. Silurian's ER can vary. Silurian's depends on whether you need to use her burst or not.
Rise with us. Hear the echoes of the valley.
There are some teams where using Silurian's burst is not necessary at all,
Strike a pose.
and at those teams it's absolutely okay to get away with 0 ER on Silurian. But there can be teams where her ER requirement can reach the likes of 200 if she's not using scroll set and not using Favonius. But even when her ER requirement is technically 0, I still like to put Favonius on Celonan so that she can help the team with energy. Favonius is not for herself, it's for the team. You don't like how Mahuika's baseline kit feels incomplete without her best in slot teammate? It's... How do I put this? I can understand that it feels that way. Let me try to look into something. Is there a sim on Mahuika Scuff team? Is there actually no Kachina in here? So scuffed. Let me try. What if I swap Celona to Kachina? Kachina is not even a character in here. Okay. 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 How do I do this? How can I simulate using Kachina in this team? Celonan. Oh, I know. Okay, hold on. I know. I'm gonna just increase the enemy's resistance so that Celonan resistance is nullified. Let's increase the enemy resistance by exactly 36%. Okay. This is gonna be a simulation of using Kachina in Mahuika team. Kachina existence was a Mandela effect. It's DD. So as you can see, this is Mahuika, Bennett, Rosaria, Kachina. Simulating Kachina by increasing the enemy's resistance by exactly the amount that Celonan is gonna give. Actually, this is slightly too much. I should only be 33%, not 36%. 36 is talent level 10, 33 is talent level 9. So Mahuika Scuff team is 77 DPS. 77,000 DPS. Meanwhile, Mahuika best team where's Sidlale? Is there Sidlale in here? Wow, they have not added Sidlale in here yet. A shame. We can simulate having Sidlale by... It's very simple. Simulate having Sidlale by adding a Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer to Mahuika. Half a Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer to Mahuika, because sometimes she doesn't have it. And we can simulate Sidlale by reducing the enemy's resistance by another 20%. Let's do that. So I'm gonna give Mahuika more attack percent. 48, half of 48 is 24. Hmm. 24 plus 9 is 33. And I'm gonna reduce the enemy's resistance by another 20%. 0.1. So negative 0.1. It doesn't look very right. That's okay. So 77 DPS to 110. This is the difference between Mahuika Scuff team and Mahuika's best team. %70%. Wow, that works out perfectly. Let's look at Novelet's Scuff team and Novelet Premium team. I need some C0 stuff. Thank you. 94k. Best team. And what would his Scuff team be? His Scuff 4-star team with the Farina. It's likely gonna be Xiangling, right? Xiangling, Sucrose maybe. Who else? Sure, I can dig this. Xiangling, maybe a different team. Let me see. Xiangling with Auroron. Actually, Auroron would be good. Yeah. Oh, what the hell is this team? Bruh. Auroron? Auroron with... Yeah, okay. This is a good representation of a Scuff Novelet team right here. Any other stuff? Good enough. Novelet Scuff team. 95 to 59 to 94. 60%. 65%. We can see that from this experiment, Novelet Scuff team compared to Novelet Premium team is around a 60%, or let's say 65% damage of the Premium team. Mahuika Scuff team is about 70% damage of Mahuika's Premium team. They are absolutely similar. Even though it may feel like Mahuika is lacking something from her kit, from not having her premium party member, she is very similar to other DPS when she's not having her best in slot support. I am using Scuff 4-star team for these characters as a Scuff team. Sure, we can put Zhongli. Zhongli is kind of a good option for Novelet C0 though. This is 75. 75 divided by 94. 80%. Also, this has Farina and Zhongli. I cannot really find a good option for it. Actually, Auroron Lanyan would be a good option. Lanyan, let's see if there's an option without Farina here. No, it's all just Farina. 71. Similar. 75%. We went on a whole tangent. Basically, that is to say that Mahuika's Scuff team is just like any other Scuff DPS, main DPS team. But there is some sense of valid in saying that Mahuika's base kit feels incomplete. There is some validity right there. I'm struggling to find a word. Some validity right there, because if many people feel that, even though it is not necessarily true, they will pull characters. And that is good for the developer. Rephrasing, even though Mahuika's scuff team is as similar to other DPS scuff team, many people feel that she's not complete without her best possible support, so they're gonna pull regardless. We can try to make a comparison. That is why I am slightly skeptical on the idea of Skirk having best in slot as ESCOFFIER. I want to do that kind of calculation after we know more about Skirk's numbers. We can also absolutely do this again, like Skirk's scuff team compared to Skirk's premium team. Let's see whether that's also hovering around the 70% benchmark. Mahuika needs her C1 to generate her own nice soul. That is true. That is true. I'm thinking, though not any truer than, say, a Sino wanting Nahida Brina specifically, not truer than a Chavez needing a Pyro and Electro. It's just some kind of arbitrary restriction that is unconventional compared to other kind of restriction. It is a kind of restriction that makes Mahuikas prefer natlan characters. It is, I can see that as something similar to ESCOFFIER preferring Cryo and Hydro, to Chavez preferring Pyro and Electro, to Nilo preferring Hydro and Dendro, to Varesa preferring Yansan. It is a kind of restriction. I don't think it is worse than any other restriction. Like, to me at least, it is an interesting restriction that is unprecedented. And I think with more natlan characters being released, that restriction is getting looser and looser. That is my perspective on it. Now, if you're going to talk about Chiori's restriction, that I agree with, because there are so few characters in the game that can make a geo construct. 3 characters to be exact. What, 4 something? I can't remember one. Zhongli, Kachina, Geo Traveler, Ningguang, and Ito. That's actually quite a bit. If I would say Chiori's restriction is restrictive, then would I say Navia's restriction is restrictive? How many characters can help Mahuika? In terms of Mahuika main DPS, the characters that can help Mahuika's nice soul situation are Yansan, Silali, Ororon, Silonen. 4 characters. Okay, that's pretty restricted. Okay, actually Kachina 5 still. That's similar to Chiori's situation. In terms of Mahuika support, Varesa, Chaska, Kinich, Mualani. Technically, Mahuika support can also be used with Silonen as a support for Novelet or support for Navia. I would count this as 5, I guess. Sidlali too. Duo of Mohuika Sidlali support could also be that for Jessica. Could also be that for Risley. Yep, okay. It is very borderline restrictive. I take that back. It's very borderline restrictive. There we go. How much time left until the banner drops? The old banner is gonna go in 2 hours, but because it's the new patch, it's gonna be likely around 22 hours from now, because there's gonna be time where there's no banner and there's gonna be time where maintenance happening. Also, not welcome into the stream. We're just done with discussing the value of the upcoming banners. If you have any questions regarding that, feel free to let me know. Rosaria build, alright. Incomplete. But it's gonna look like so. It's gonna look like this. And full set archaic Petra. Are you asking me for my Rosaria build, or are you asking me to look at your Rosaria build? I'm not sure which is which. I thought you meant Rosaria build, but Draco said depth Rosaria build. I am now not entirely certain. See yours? Okay. Do I still keep the tab with your stuff open? Share me your ID again. Why Petra? You'll see in a bit. Give me a recharge, please. Damn. Usable for now. Because I'm gonna use her in this team.
Sooner we're done, the better.
Nice build. She is likely going to be used in a support position, right? And that's why you have a bonus lance. That's a healthy amount of energy recharge for her. Nice. I would try to spec more into crit rate if she's from a support position, because she has the crit rate sharing mechanic. Crit damage is so-so. Nice build. Need talent level. What are you trying to do with her? Are you trying to build her as a support? Are you trying to build her as one of the DPS?
Exploration.
Evelyn Luga, hello. Welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're currently discussing some characters and meta in Genshin Impact. If you want to use her as a support character, consider putting her on a supportive set, which is what I'm trying to put for my Rosaria right now. She's gonna be on Archaic Petra. If she's in a support position, her talent does not matter as much. Just put like if you want to invest in her, you can put 166. I am currently kind of conserving Mora right now. I have not a lot of Mora, so I'm just 111 at the moment. It doesn't really matter that much. So this will be how I play this Rosaria. Game's going well, Evelyn. Actually, I need a lot more energy on this girl. How much do I have right now on her? 216, that's no way enough. I'm gonna need to level some more energy recharge stuff. Good enough. Good enough.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Bring it.
That's not how to do it. The ideal scenario is to not collect the shard with Celonan and then collect it with Rosaria instead. Thank you, Evelyn, for following on Twitch. Try that one more time. It does take a little bit of finicky. And let me try the exact rotation I would have for her. This pyro damage bonus is 46 from artifacts, 40 from Celonan Scroll, and 35 from Archaic Petra. Of course, it comes with the pain of not collecting the shard with Celonan and collecting the shard with Rosaria. I stream about 5 days a week. See if I can find some enemies that will allow me to do more than one rotation on them.
Weather like this is perfect for enjoying the outdoors. Want to go for a spin? Here, hop on. Burn it! Yeah!
I'll hop on anytime.
Teamwork is dream.
Really? Oh fuck, I messed it up. I should have swap. Okay, that's fine.
Incinerate. Judgment. Yeah. I'm going in.
Where's the shot? Oh my god, the shot is under the enemy.
Let's rock. Grab from the sky.
How much time did I lose from trying to collect the shot there? 2 seconds per rotation. It's not ideal. Sometimes the shots are easier to collect than others.
Rise with the sun.
Any other games I like to play? I like to play Expedition 33 nowadays. We're coming to the ending of that game.
Burn it down.
Gonna continue doing that on my Friday stream.
You can't run.
Is it that segment of the stream where I glaze Expedition 33 again? For its immense quality. Any other set with Rosaria? I said you could do for Rosaria in Mahuika team, right? Or are you talking about different teams? In Mahuika team, you can. And this is can with an asterisk. Also, just notice that Petra on Rosaria is kind of a standard if she's in a team with Mahuika and Celonan. Petra. It's hard to play, but it does yield the most optimal result. Another option you can do, which is also equally as difficult but in a different kind of thing, is to give Rosaria instructor set. This does not have the difficulty of collecting a shot during gameplay, but this has the difficulty of getting enough energy recharge on her. Because this is a 4-star set. Have I ever tried Souls game? I have not. I've heard good words about it. And this is a set that already does have a decent amount of ER on it. Other than that, it's basically just Noblesse remaining, but then Noblesse is usually held by Bennett. So those are the options for Rosaria.
10 points for agility.
What do I do besides stream? I make videos on my YouTube channel.
Are you running away?
Content creation full time, baby.
Let's hope we pull up a good fight. Be free. Tell me what you see.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand! You're toast! Nice and spicy!
Let's finish this next time.
I'm doing something. Kinect, you're doing something. I'm stuck!
Say hello.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Locked up.
Yeah, stuff happens. Kinect gameplay at its best.
Right, man, it's
I got him cornered.
Just look at this. Two things. First, this is Sumeru. This is the HP, the average HP of Spiral Abyss. This is the beginning of Sumeru. This is the end of Sumeru. This is the beginning of Fontaine. This is when they realize, oh shit, we have released Novelet. This is when they realize, oh shit, we've released Mahuika. This is Sumuru. Look at how chill this was.
Loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off.
No that?
Get under your skin.
I dare you to really
Mahuika.
say that to my face! Are you running away?
Technically, it's not entirely fair because at some point along the way, they increase the HP. Oh well, they are giving us the niche buff on floor 12 as well, so that's gonna inflate the HP a little bit more. Even the turrets hit the abyss. Also, the second thing I want to show you. This abyss happens the next abyss, not the upcoming one, the next one. The one after the next one, that's what I meant to say. Will be at the very end of 5.6 and near the beginning of 5.7. First half, when a character has 0 energy, damage plus 75%. Second half, a character's normal attack cryo damage increased by 75%. This says Skirk release, this says Mahuika rerun.
Ask away.
I believe someone was asking about Mahuika, well, potential future rerun speculation. That's my speculation. Skirk release, Mahuika rerun. This boss may signify also Silale rerun. This is this boss. The boss that can be frozen by
Farewell. Go. You're free now. Let's light it up. Everybody stand back.
what's the call? What's the tribe called again? Night. Something night. Tribe in that land. There. That's mechanic specific to Ororon is Silale. Let's just stay here.
The voices.
Oh no.
You've improved a lot.
It could just be like we gave you free Ororon now, use him, or we could also be Silale rerun. Maybe it's a Ayaka rerun. Normal attack cryo damage. Ayaka doesn't do normal attack cryo damage. It's like 5% of her damage profile. Her damage profile is something like 70% burst damage. Well, maybe 60% burst damage, 10% skill damage, 10% normal attack, and 10% charge attack. Also, Ayaka is on the Chronicle banner.
Okay.
Inserting myself into random conversation, be like,
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Time to go.
Chess! Chess! Oh, this is the scamming one. Right, I remember this one. I did this one in the different account. Can I just talk to this thing immediately, even before I do the thing? Didn't see bit of the stream, but are you pulling ESCOFFIER? Hold on. I do plan to pull ESCOFFIER on at least one of my accounts. For which account? Actually, it's remained to be seen. Whether ESCOFFIER is a must for Skirk or not will influence my decision. I do like to have all of the cool characters in one account nowadays, even though I have many accounts. Having them all in one account will facilitate more cross-testing. Yellow, blue, red. But lacking Primogem is a problem indeed. Even though I do have Vulcan and Battle Pass. Ideally, I like to collect them all on my main account. Don't mind, can you share something about yourself? Sure. Blue, yellow, red, red. I pull for ESCOFFIER, gone wrong. 18 plus, gone sexual, gone violent. I mean, that is clearly a clickbait, right? But yes. Gone wrong is okay. Generally, I find that people has to justify the clickbait somehow in order not to anger the audience. I find myself, and I think it's gonna be a similar experience for a lot of people as well, at least for self-respecting YouTube watcher.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is that it?
If they find that the clickbait is too strong and there is no justification at all for the clickbait, they'll just gradually get tired of that channel and kind of put that channel on their blacklist. So it's absolutely fine if I put a clickbait title in, but I at least have to have something that maybe like try to twist the meaning a little bit, at least resemble the clickbait in some way. Hold on. No. Alright, now change the thing. I know what you're doing. Orange? I wonder. You're a professional graphic artist with almost 6 years experience, alright? How do we get the key for this? There we go. Alright, what if I do this? What if I do this? I wonder if I deliberately make it wrong. No. Okay. The Saurian doesn't help me if I deliberately get it wrong. What? Damn. Purple, orange, blue, red, yellow. Purple. Orange. Blue. Red. Really testing my memory here. Very cool.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Alright. As part of the stream, there is also something else I want to do. This will be the last thing we do on stream.
Here's how I allocate my energy on a job.
So excited for tomorrow. Nice, you're planning to pull, right? Also for the people in chat that wish me to help them pull, it's for like the commune experience. Community experience of it. Sharing the fun, sharing the excitement. I'm happy to do that on stream if you want to schedule something with me. Alright, let me look at something from the Discord. So some people has been helping me with coming up with ideas for a competition stream. Polling yes, nice. The Timgram match. Okay, a series of co-op games hosted by Timmy and the ADHD community. Participating in these games, winning will usher you a ticket. Each ticket enters your name into the wheel for an opportunity to win a welcome. One person may have up to 3 tickets, not finalized, okay? ADHD community, the group organizing 8 chaotic fans who helped with orchestrate the event. Main event, Choose minigame. Musical chairs, the line plays in a group of 3, and once it stops, those are not seated are disqualified. That is a very clever minigame. We're gonna need to put some chair and invite some people in my teapot, but that is absolutely doable. I can remove some chair. No one texts under this, but Timmy, please send your message in chat to avoid chaos. Thank you. Okay. What am I supposed to be seeing here? Marksmanship, find the birdie. Musical chair is a great idea. So what about marksmanship and find the birdie? The teapot games. Also cool committee name. They spell committee correctly? Nice. Some people from the Discord community is currently helping me with some minigame ideas for one stream in particular that's coming up. They're cooking up something quite nice here. We have a Saurian race that is the classic. People thinking of collecting some local specialty, but that idea is not polished just yet. The musical chair idea is nice. I can definitely set up something like that. Set up an area that has 2 chairs and an area that has 1 chair. Probably should have done that a little bit earlier, as I know Kitana is now asleep. So be on the lookout for that. My plan for the competition stream will be co-op, first of all. So inviting people in and people can compete to potentially win a walk-in for the winner. And that's gonna happen in my Saturday evening. So for the American time zone, that's gonna be Saturday morning. For the European time zone, it's gonna be Saturday noon. Around those times. My time is Asia. Have I finished the farming? I may have. Nice. Whee! So yeah, hopefully you have learned a thing or two about the upcoming banners. Would only then Asia server get to compete? I want it to be for different servers as well. If I want to do, I think the most I can do is American server. I will need to unlock the teapot in my American server. Or it's hard though. Or I can ask someone from American server to host in that teapot.
But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask
That would be possible. Luck could interfere. I mean, I will not be the one competing. So only the people in that server will compete against each other. It's kind of like a game show-ish vibe where different people participate in the challenge and compete against each other. I will facilitate the challenge and pick out the winner. Basically, the people with the best performance will be winning. Different servers will not be able to interact with each other, but we can think of something like a timer. Like the different server can compete against each other as a team, or they can also compete like individually. For example, if we say musical chair challenge, then it is competing within the server themselves. But if it's a Saurian race challenge, then we could look at the time, and it's a pass the torch kind of experience where one person will race until this point, the next person will wait until that person is arrived, then they continue racing. That'll be a team challenge. Their ideas. The basis of it is that a lot of people has interesting restless behavior that I think it's gonna be nice to turn into some kind of challenge, and it'll be fun for the people involved. That's the basis of it, and the original idea. It seems that there are some people that's currently working on it, and some cool ideas are currently being formed.
I got him cornered.
Let's see how expansive we can make that.
Be free.
Get them!
Booba! That's not what she said. Alright, chat. This is where we're gonna end the stream for today. You know what? Let's have Navia greeting us off. Wait! That's an atrocious weapon. Better. Navia! Woo! Thanks for hanging out, chat. I appreciate you for being here. Each and every one of you, whether you're still here, you are already sleeping, dozing off. Whether you're actively participating in the chat or just hanging out in the background, I appreciate you all the same. Thanks for the info today. Yeah, hopefully you have taken away some information. It has been helpful. And tomorrow, all that information will potentially help you with your polling decision. If you polling tomorrow, I wish you the best of luck. We will also have a stream tomorrow. The stream tomorrow will be, well, the stream for me will be in 1 day and 8 hours from now. It's not gonna be exactly at the server reset time. But that also means that we're gonna have time to wait for the server reset to be active fully before we get in, settle in, and do some polling. If people would like me to pull on their account, feel free to let me know. And with that, let's put on some music to send everyone off on our amazing day. So what's some good music here? Oh, this is decent. See you around, chat. Have a good one.